You are not entitled to anybody's attention. Nobody has to give you attention just because you're talking. Nobody. Is it okay to repeat yourself? My dad would say, absolutely yes. Here's the reason why I repeat myself. Because I'm talking to different audiences all the time. Right. And stories are what make somebody real. If you're trying to become a content machine, you're trying to give people value, and you're trying to attract attention and get people to actually connect with you, it is very difficult to make people connect with you without stories. Stories are, for example, a book without stories is a bland and boring book. It needs to be filled with stories. And here's the thing. Most of us take for granted our stories. I stopped taking for granted my stories a while back. And when I realized that my stories make me who I am today. You are an accumulation of your stories. Mm-hmm. That's who you are. So for me, my stories make it real. So my stories are consistently repeated because I do have a lot of stories, but there's a few of them that are worth repeating when I'm talking to different audiences. So I show up on a podcast. I'm talking to an audience that I have not had the pleasure of talking to them before. I am in their audience. I'm going to tell stories to that audience. Now, a week later, I go to a convention and I go to San Diego and I'm going to speak at a major marketing conference. I'm talking to a different audience. If I don't use those stories again, my relatableness, like how much they connect with me, goes down because these are the stories that make me who I am. For example, my stories take me out of the dreamer into the actual doer. I'm a doer. I have succeeded by doing things in life, not by getting on stages. My stories make me real. And the one thing that is also different with me is that I will never shy down from the brands that I've built and what I've done. I would tell you the names. I will tell you the websites. I will tell you everything that I've done because I welcome the competition. You want to go and try to do what I did? Go for it. One of the stories, for example, that I have said many times before, and I said it on different videos. So then, because it's said on many videos, it gets cut in different places and it gets shared on social media. So somebody like you that's consuming a lot of my content might get to see the same story over and over again. So I am not intentionally repeating it. I am saying things because I'm talking to an audience that hasn't had the opportunity, or I haven't had the opportunity or the pleasure of talking to them. So I got to make myself real to them, and stories make me real to them. Because then they can Google me right away and be like, oh my God, he's real. For example, the first brand that I ever built, I built it without spending a single penny. I didn't invest a penny. So when people say to me, it takes money to make money, hey, wait a second. I actually invested $0 on a brand that we sold for millions of dollars. So can you explain to me how there's no validity to this thing? If you invest in yourself, if you give yourself knowledge, if you study, if you stop wasting time on binge watching shows and playing video games or doing other stuff, and you increase your own value by adding information to your mind that's going to open up opportunities along the way, then you might be able to get lucky like I did. So it makes me real to the audience, and now they pay attention, because people don't pay attention unless they believe that you're going to give them value. You are not entitled to anybody's attention. Nobody has to give you attention just because you're talking. Nobody. The way that you earn people's attention is by making yourself real via stories. Because when you make yourself real, they're like, wow, there's probably something valuable there that's going to come out of this guy's mind. Let me listen to what this guy has to say, because apparently he's for real. So stories make you, turn you from a dreamer that feels is going to give value to somebody who's like, listen, pay attention, because I'm going to give you real value. And I'm going to show you exactly how to succeed. So pay attention, because I'm going to start by telling you a story about how I got to here today, being in front of you, with you guys paying attention to me. And by doing that, wow, you got their attention, because otherwise people have no obligation to give you attention. They give you attention when you have stories to tell and evidence that they should give you attention. only then. But until you don't have that position that I was able to put myself in, you need to go out there and build your own stories, repeating a similar process that what I did, which is finding opportunities, getting better, increasing my own value, working behind the scenes, working on the screens, giving power to power as much as possible until, wow, look at the stories that I built. Let me talk about my stories because they're freaking amazing. That's what it's all about.